Well, hello there, Scorpios. This is an extra bonus for you guys. This video is going to be about what started that argument, or what was about that argument, what exactly happened. So, Scorpios, the first thing I get is now this is going to be either you or your partner. Okay, so either your partner, this is how things started out. So you or your partner was willing in the beginning to accept an offer, an invitation, when you first met this person. I also get that for Scorpios that things seemed very exciting, very real, very true and honest. I also feel like you felt that this person was bringing you to a level that you have never been on before. I also think that a lot of you involved with a Scorpio were pretty much swept off of your feet from the beginning. For a lot of you, this went on for quite some time, and there was a lot of connection, a lot of communication. There was a lot of laughter. There was a lot of seriousness too, but there was an awful lot of fun. I also get that many of you gave it a very good try or shot, meaning you put both feet in. You gave it a lot of power, a lot of energy. I also feel like you exposed yourself to the point of allowing your feelings to show. And I think your partner reciprocated everything right back to you. There was definitely a time for you and your partner. Again, I'm speaking to Scorpio. And whether you dated a fire sign, an air sign, an earth sign, either or some of you even dated another water sign. Excuse me. But I will say that they showed you their feelings too. They made you feel as if you were the only one at the time. They made you wait on every phone call. Like, when you weren't with them, you waited for that phone to ring, and it's like you just lit up. You lit up like a Christmas tree. Literally like a Christmas tree when you saw that phone ring and you knew it was them. Some of you even set a ringtone so you'd know it was them. And for some of you, you even set a ring back tone so that when they called, they heard a certain song. And you waited purposely to let it ring and ring so that they would be able to hear a certain amount of that song. It's cute. Okay, so I do also get that some of you tried to spoil the heck out of your partner. Maybe you always cooked for them, or you always treated them, or you tried to take care of them in a motherly kind of way as well, or in a wife kind of way. So what I mean by that is you went above and beyond for your partner. I don't feel, Scorpios, that your partner really went above and beyond for you at all, really, ever. I do feel like your partner tried to show you they cared, tried to show they thought you were, sexy or handsome, whoever it's pertaining to. I do feel like your partner meant it. I do feel like they saw you in that particular way. However, this is where it gets a little sticky. So I get that for some of you, things started to change down the road. Things started to get complicated. The way they got complicated at first could have been a little bit subtle. I thought I heard somebody at my door. At first could have been a little bit subtle. And then after that, it could have continued that way. It could have gotten to the point where you felt something changing. You might have felt that their energy or their attention was kind of on something else. You were trying to pinpoint things, whether it was work or just stress or whether it was finances. You really weren't sure to a certain point. But it left you kind of stressing out a little bit. Not a whole lot, but enough to make you start thinking and thinking, and the wheels are turning and turning. When you felt, before that happened, you felt that with the Lover's card, it's saying that you felt that everything was balanced. This was on a good path. Things were going to happen. You were waiting for them to make it official. You wanted to meet the families, that you wanted them to meet yours, that kind of thing. But then I get that even though, yes, almost the whole beginning part of this, very happy, very pleasant, very exciting. Man, your work weeks went by so fast till your days off because you just couldn't wait for that time to fly so that you could spend this time together. But like I said, things started to change a little bit. Something may not have been exactly the way you thought it was, or the way they made you think it was. They created this. For some of you, it was a facade. For some of you, they created this scene or scenario. For some of you, you got excuses on why they couldn't come tonight, why they couldn't stop by, why they didn't get to call you, why they skipped a day. When before, they were calling you a couple times a day. Then it went down to like once a day. Then it went to maybe not at all for a day or two. Then all of a sudden, they called again. Then all of a sudden, they showed up again. Covered it up a little bit, extra sweet, extra attention, and then ghost again. Like, what? What is going on here? What are they doing? Now your mind is saying, I wonder if they're seeing somebody else. I wonder what's going on. So for some of you, when they left, you just kind of looked at them when they walked out the door. You were just kind of looking like, I wonder if they're going to come back. I wonder if they said, she or he said, I'll see you Friday. But didn't feel real confident. It didn't feel like a guarantee. They didn't seem really sure about it. It felt like they were just saying it to just give me a day and then make you think that, you know, they could, they might not. Something's just not right. So then you kind of let it go, and then you think that you're overthinking, and you stress over a few things. And then Friday comes, and you're at work, and you're checking your phone on your break and whatever, and you're saying, nope, still no call. That's funny, no text, no call. Well, maybe when I get home, maybe they know I get done work at 5, and by the time I get home, then either they'll be there or they'll call me. Still nothing. So now you don't know what to do. So now you reach out and you make the phone call to them. Voicemail. Call again. Voicemail. After that, you may get a text message saying, tied up right now, busy right now, I'll call you back in a little bit. I'll explain later, whatever. A lot of you didn't get that call on that Friday. You didn't get that call. You waited, and it might have been that whole weekend you didn't hear from them. It might have went till Monday or Tuesday of the next week, and you finally heard something. For some of you, you're kind of looking at it, at the situation, real carefully, saying, is something going on here? Something not right? Meanwhile, you're wondering if they're thinking about something, or if they're trying to make a decision about something, or if they're considering going back to their ex-partner that you were aware of. Now you started getting nervous. So now some of you might have taken a ride past their ex's house to see if their vehicle was there. For some of you, you may have seen it. For some of you, you may have went past a bar, because I see a bar. So some of you may have went past a bar and saw their vehicle there. For some of you, you went, in fact, inside that bar and saw them across the room talking to another person of the opposite sex, male or female. For some of you, you were fit to be tied. Didn't know what you're going to do now. Felt like you were trapped. Felt so hurt. Felt betrayed. Felt like you were lied to. A lot of you, now, I'm not going to answer the phone. I'm not even going to talk to them. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know what they were doing. But I'm not putting up with that. That's what you said. Till they came and they knocked at the door. Now you panic. Oh no, what do I do? First you weren't going to answer that door. You sat there and thought, nope. But then they knocked again. A little more persistent this time. So you heard the difference in the knock and you thought, okay, I'm going to get it. For some of you, they yelled your name and said, are you in there? Are you in there? So you went and got the door. They came in. They smoothed you over. They tried to make it right, so they say. They manipulate you one more time. They stay the night. The rest is history right there. The next day comes. I got a few errands to do. I got to go do this and that. And then I'll be back. And then you're saying, are you sure? Because that's what you said the other night, and I didn't hear from you. So if you're not going to come back, just tell me. Because I don't want to be sitting here waiting. But, in fact, they did. They contacted you. They did. And then for about a week, everything was good. And then the following week or the following weekend, here we go again. Now they're missing in action again. So now you don't know what to do, and you're trying to sit there. And you're waiting and waiting and looking. Some of you are just waiting, looking out that window, waiting to see a car pull up, looking at your phone, waiting to see if they're going to call you. Then you start panicking about the options. Then you start wondering, okay, are they going to make a choice or a decision? Am I going to be left out here in the cold? You know that they're thinking about it, but you also know that they started drinking, maybe hanging out with their friends. Now they're mixing things up. Now maybe you finally get a hold of them on the phone and you say, well, where are you? I've been waiting for you to come back. I've been waiting for you to call. Man, don't be getting on my nerves. Don't be trying to follow me. Don't be trying to be on me like that. And then they try to make you feel bad and say you're up their butt, right? You're a pain in their butt. I see it. So you just argue. Man, you argue. You have a fight. You get mad. You hang up. And your partner, he or she, sits there and says, oh, I'm okay. I got all these other people to talk to right now. I'm good. So you're wondering, is there a third party or not? You're wondering. Or you're wondering, is family in the way? Or you're wondering, is there something else that's going on that you're not aware of? Now you're back to the anxiety and worrying again. You have put so much work into this relationship. So much attention, so much detail, so much love, so much of an investment. Some of you even lent money to your partner to help them with things, or paid off things, or paid off a fine, or paid off a ticket, whatever it is. Some of you are really trying to help this person out so much. Then you get back, after the argument, you get back to them offering that cup again. Wanting to come and see you, right? Promising everything's going to be good. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean for that to happen. Telling you there was nobody else. There was other things going on. Gave you the excuses in the world. But yet they are the ones who left you out in the cold. You tried this time to protect yourself the best you could. However, maybe your best wasn't good enough. Because once again, end result, he was defeated. They came in very quickly and they went out very quickly. But you Scorpios are still holding on. Still holding on, right? Trying to fix things, make things right. Now you guys are asking for the universe. You're trying to manifest things. You're trying to pray about things, trying to get things back on track. And you're still waiting to see if they're going to come back before Christmas. Some of you definitely were dealing with a Sagittarius. Some of you dealt with somebody who had many options. But you thought that they had finally made the choice when they were with you. You're still willing to put some work in if they're willing to meet you halfway. You just want something. You just want them to show you something or prove something to you to make you a believer again, that this is real, that this is how they truly feel, that they're sorry for everything that they've done. But you're still standing guard, and you're protecting yourself and your heart at this point, because you do not want to be left out in the cold anymore. Meanwhile, your partner seems very confident that you'll be there and ready for them. You'll be there and ready for them when they come back. For a lot of you, your partner is being very sincere, was not involved with somebody else, and just had a lot of things going on, getting rid of another person or getting a divorce or separating or moving. But now they really do want to come back to you, that person. For some of you, you're dealing with the other person who is just a big manipulator, and you know that because this person isn't trying to boost you. This person isn't trying to say they love you. This person is not trying in any way, shape, or form to get you to feel really good about yourself. This person, if they're the manipulator, if they're the ones treating you this way, this person is only gloating about themselves, and they don't give you really any attention, but you keep allowing that challenge to make you want to be there. But like I said, for some of you, what that person is offering is exactly what it is. You can identify it as a fish. You can identify it. So for some of you, you're dealing, Scorpios, you are dealing with a very good partner who is very much in love with you, who wants to be with you, who wants to be able to forgive the situation and make it work for a lifetime. For some of you, it's like pulling teeth. For some of you, you're trying to force your partner to say things that they don't want to say or they're not ready to say. So you got to be careful with that. Again, I do get that there is going to be opportunity for you to have an opportunity to be with them. You're going to take a risk. You're definitely going to take a risk. No doubt about it. But when you take this risk this time, because this has been more than once, then you are going to hold on to what you go in with to make sure you come out with the same thing regardless of what they do. Because your partner, Scorpio, is hanging around, paying attention, watching your every move. Maybe avoids eye contact sometimes. This one that's in love with you avoids eye contact sometimes, but they still want to take you around the world, so to speak. They don't want to lose you. They want to spend the rest of their life with you. And you're looking at that very carefully saying, I know. I know. They've told me over and over. They tell me how much they love me. They tell me how much they miss me. They remind me of what good times we've had. And I do believe that they're coming back. And for those of you, you will have the happy ending. You will. You're going to give it one more try, Scorpios. You're going to give it one more try, or your partner is going to give it one more try. Absolutely. Last card I have for you is the Wheel of Fortune. So with this card, take this card with you and know that that means that the wheel is no longer spinning. It is going to stop exactly where it's supposed to. And at that time, when it does, it's like getting up on the train because you're going to take a ride, which is going to bring you to the land of happiness. For those of you with the partner who, yes, still loves you and you still extremely love that partner. You're admitting your mistakes, whether that's you, Scorpio, admitting your mistakes in maybe not directly, but you are definitely saying so many things to your partner, letting them know their value in your life. And they're getting it. They're finally starting to get it, Scorpio. So you will be able to make amends with this person. This person is ready to go out on a limb and give you one more try. But I guarantee you, Scorpio, you just can't mess this up because it will be your last try. For those of you dating a Scorpio, then I can tell you that Scorpios the same way will give you one more chance to make things great. But if you mess it up, they'll be done. They'll be done. You got to remember, a Scorpio's sting is deadly. So be careful of that Scorpio in your life.